Morning, artists in recovery. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? It's 3:21. Actually, it's 3:32 in the morning West Coast time. It's the 29th of May, 2024. The zombie Weaver Jancy of Roseman, California, is not alive, not awake yet, and emotionally screwed up as usual. Okay, dude. Yeah, I saw the Nero. Missed a lot of good stuff out there. One of them was dealing with the state of Texas, and how about if it happened in your particular state, dude? I'm serious. Okay, what's been happening over the past few days, it's been bouncing left and right. But apparently, the GOP in Texas wants one party, one rule, and that's it. They're trying to find a legal way and a dirty way to keeping out any other party but the Republican Party, the Trumplican Party, to rule in Texas. If you're running for a state elected office and you are a Democrat, you're screwed in Texas. They're trying to sign a bill that Greg Abbott will probably sign anyway because he's that screwed up in the head anyway, of denying voters another means and opportunity to vote their candidate of choice and party of choice. Basically, it's only one party and that's it. You have nothing else. You have no other control. The power of vote is being taken away from people legislatively. This has been bouncing around for a few days already. I've been catching parts of it online on this one. And if it happens to be that way, where Texas GOP is going to be ruling Texas as a kingdom at this point, where only one party rules, oh boy. Imagine, Daryl, Trump winning your state over, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it because legislatively your right to vote has been eliminated. Texas. It's bad enough when some of these states, these red states, have been trying to keep Biden from getting out on their ballots, and it's been being ruined by court systems left and right. But this is an end run. This is a sneaky thing. And I haven't heard too much on there except they're talking about Trump and the trial. And I wish, even though it is important, I really don't give a flying rat's butt on this one. Texas is what the thing that scares me at this point, even though I'm in California. Not that it'll be coming that way in California, but it still does because of the thinking, the feeling. One party, one rule. Why would just elect Sauron and that's about it? His ring, his rule over everybody else in Middle Earth here. It should scare the hell out of you. It should scare the hell out of you because it's not just Trump. We're dealing with a virus here that's cancerous, worse than anything else we've gotten here. And so far, there's no antibiotic to get rid of this damn thing, except through elections. But the elections are getting nullified. If it is done legally, if it is found it is legal through the state houses, how is this going to be going through the federal, through the state, through the district courts, through the appellate, and then the Supreme? And the Supreme, we already know, is screwed up right now as it is. Too much of a Supreme Court's happening over there. Alito is getting his ass kicked and reamed. Not to mention Judge Thomas. They think they're above the law. They're supposed to upheld the Constitution. But power corrupts absolutely. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. You know, we are talking about the Supreme Court, with the conservatives screwing things over left and right. Ugh. We having fun yet? I sure as hell ain't. I mean, if we are going to be talking about the trial, even Fulton County's having issues over it. They're not quite sure if they're going to be keeping Fannie up there or not. And if she is going to be up there, DA Fannie, they're going to take her ass out, put some other jackass on there, trying to nullify the Georgia charges against Trump. It was bad enough Florida did it. Oh, yeah. Well, we do have things to be worried about. And this is May. We're saying things taken out left and right. Even Ken Burns. Ken Burns, dude. He tried to stay out of the politics left and right. He just wanted to be a filmmaker. But unfortunately, he's getting involved. In the commencement address he had about a week or two ago, he was talking to the graduating class about how screwed up our politics is right now. Because there doesn't seem to be, according to him, a clear-cut winner. He's not hip on Biden at this point. He sure as hell doesn't want Trump. And we got JFK running as an independent. Which I might add, both Trump and RFK didn't get the libertarian vote. But then again, Biden wasn't going over there to get the libertarian vote either. So that screwed up that one. They do have another candidate over there, but I don't know who and what this guy is in the first place. But that's going to be real fun, isn't it? So how are we supposed to be dealing with this one, I wonder? I haven't got a clue. I haven't got one stinking clue at this point. I'm still waiting for the news to get recycled until 4 o'clock in the morning so I can see what's going on. And about a few hours from that, got to take care of things and wait for the doctor's appointment at 9 o'clock. At least this particular appointment on vid I can deal with. Unlike the other video, unlike the other thing I had been able to deal with is the primary care physician's office. So now I have to have a discussion with my therapist over this damn thing. Just be told I don't want to go to the doctor's office. Seen some of the videos I've been putting out there, dude. There's a reason why I talk to a therapist about the stuff I've got going on right now. I don't do the politics. I don't do that. I'm a therapist. It's always something else. It's usually the medical or anything else for that one. Other than that, but you're on hold for right now. Try this one. Nikki Haley's over in Israel. During the time when Israel is launching shells on Rafah. What is with these people? I swear to God. Yeah, Israel's still trying to eliminate Hamas by also killing more Palestinians at the same time. And because we don't have independent journalists out there in Gaza, in southern Gaza, to get this information, confirm how much the death toll is, we're only going by what Israel's saying to us. And Nikki Haley, who just supported Trump again, she was running against the bastard in the first place, and she loses points left and right. So naturally, she's got to be a Trumplicant. So she writes on one particular shell, finish him. Seemed innocent enough, didn't it? Holy crap. You talk about somebody who's also going to be complicit in genocide. She just put her mark on a damn shell that probably eliminated innocents out there. In the name of the Holy Crusade against the Hamas, we must eliminate Hamas. Sometimes I'm wondering if we actually had it right supporting Israel in its stupidity. I don't get it. I don't get it with these idiots. I really don't. I'm waiting for CNN to give me a little bit more information concerning about the Hamas shelling. Rafah was supposed to be the last place people could feel if any measure of safety over there, and they're not. It's like, why don't you just eliminate everybody and just call it a day? Because that's the attitude from Israel and from the United States, apparently, from some of the officials we have out here. They think it's like a surgical strike, it's like a surgical disease. You're talking about, oh God, here we go. CNN's on. It's, can we get any more political than this shit? And Israel blesses it. The government of Israel blesses it. Unfreaking believable. They're going to be putting the United States down as part of the genocide of the Palestinians. World War II, our soldiers came over to Europe trying to stop a genocide, and we didn't want genocide. We were going to stop it. What happens? We get part of the thing in our time, in our lifetime. What kind of freaking insanity is this? You're going to be asking me the question on this one. Go ahead. Did I support the campers and the college campuses? The students? The student protesting, yeah, I supported it. The campouts, no. But they wanted to make their viewpoints clear that the regents of the universities out there and the colleges were throwing money into this debacle. They didn't want to be have. They didn't want their tuitions to be any part of the genocidal slaughter out there. And yeah, I do got a problem with this one here. I do got a problem about this one here. You have politicians out there, both state and federal, are complaining left and right that they shouldn't be complaining. They should be supporting Israel. Well, the Palestinians were basically trying to keep it peaceful without trying to do any antagonist. And what do we had? The bully boys coming in. The bully boys coming in to skull thump people and blame the Palestinian people, the students protesting all this shit and causing havoc. Then of course you got the outside parties who want nothing to do with this, trying to shut them down one way or another. It's like trying to find who's the fault at this point. Students have a right to do the First Amendment situation here. We are talking about if we're a public place, then if it's taking taxpayer money, that's one thing. if it's government run. I mean, government places, I understand about the First Amendment that people can actually protest. Say, for example, a park. If it's paid and run by a government, a civic park. I can understand the demonstrations happening over there, but I can only go for so far until ordinances that limit how much free speech we got. We have the right for it. We got the First Amendment right for it. Problem is, the Supreme Court had never narrowed it. That's one thing I'm going to be afraid of at this point. They're going to be narrowing the scope of it. How much of freedom of speech are we allowed to do? It's always under judicial review of our constitutional rights. Just how much limitations are there? We can't yell fire in a movie house. Movie house is private, but we still have the right to speak. But we can't antagonize people that way. And yet, we still have the right to speak. So we are always under judicial review of our constitutional rights. And it's always up to everyone else's interpretation what the hell's going on these days. Do I support Israel, what they're doing? No. It should have been something else of a reaction. I don't know what. But this is what's happening. I can't explain it. I'm watching also CNN. Actually, I switched over to MSNBC. Bob Good, who used to support Trump, got his ass kicked by Trump. Love and support and loyalty only goes so far with Trump's screwed up brain and thinking on this one here, dude. I feel like I want to do a Rip Van Winkle situation here. Just sleep all the way up until the election day and just avoid all this damn crap. That's what I want to do, but, I gotta stay awake and listening to all this crap. Yeah, where's my cave? I'm gonna sleep in.